We're about to take it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Tony and Julie on the radio. Dr. Joe's therapy on the radio. The love doctor going live on the radio. Two mics and the mind on the radio. Radio, turned up on the radio. Turned up on the radio, turned up on the radio, turned up on the radio. Two mics and the mind. Two mics and the mind. Two mics and the mind. Two mics. Watch this. And the mind. What up? What up?
Man, trying to make a living. What's going on, Peter? Party, man. Everybody get funky. I'm like, yeah.
Hey, man, I like what y'all doing. Everybody just tuning in. Welcome to Two Mics and the Mind, the Shades and Glasses episode, special edition. Y'all like that, don't
you? Sick. Who said it was a shot? Take my glass off. I don't want people.
No, come on. What you doing? You messed up the episode. Come on, what you doing?
No, because I don't need them on. I try. All I need for is reading, because it like kills me now. I'm like trying to look at this stuff. But I show head, I go do my DOT physical. I be hating that thing. But I be sitting there. They said cover that eye. After that, I be blind. I be like, why you need me to cover my eye? I don't ride down the street with one eye. I use two. Why am I covering? Why am I using one eye? If I'm using one eye, I need to wear a patch.
A DOT physical? What you doing with a DOT physical?
I'd still drive. What you mean? We
can't have you driving, man. You approaching that age where we about to revoke your driver's license.
No, we ain't gonna do that. I have to drive. What do I gotta do?
Yeah, matter of fact, when the last time you been in a truck?
I mean, I move them around. I mean, whatever, I run to the station, whatever I do. So I keep my license. Yeah.
Oh, that ain't bad.
Come to drive trucks. I had to be in. I know, they don't know what they're doing. I get out of the way. You just don't know what you're doing. Let me drive the truck.
Yeah. I heard
some terrible people, boy. I mean, God told me, I've been driving. Okay, get in here. I'm double clutching. I said, can't get through a traffic light. I'm like, talking to me, trying to convince me. I'm like, man, please shut up. You're not convincing me of nothing. Just drive. You don't have to talk when you drive and try to explain to me what you're doing. You're not unless I know what you're doing. It's called I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, how I wonderful people. The wonderful people.
I see we got people in the chat room. Y'all welcome, man. I'm gonna tell you what, one of my days today, it was rough, man. I ended up going all the way out in the store, shopping, getting in the line, got a bunch of stuff, and realized I ain't got my wallet. Y'all ask me if y'all wallet at home. Never happened to y'all before?
Yeah.
I try to do stuff like that.
Well, you don't try to do it. I wasn't trying to do it. It just happened.
Well, you did. You tried it. I don't do it.
Wow.
I might forget.
Dr. Joe, ain't never happened to y'all. Dr. Joe, I went home. I mean, I went out shopping today, got up to the register, and realized I didn't even have my wallet.
That happens to me. You don't have Apple Pay?
No, I ain't have my wallet.
So what is Apple Pay? You can use your phone or something to pay for it?
Yeah, you have your credit cards and your phone.
All my cards?
No, I just have two. Just in case I forget my credit card.
Oh, it's linked to your cell phone?
Yeah. So you just get it.
That's scary.
Yeah, that's scary. Too much going on with these cell phones.
It's what?
It has saved me before when I forget my wallet. I might
look at it.
Well, my whole thing is, I asked the lady at the register. I was like, "Hey, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and pay for it."
No, that's not. That's how you spell it. That's Tuma.
That stands for Two Mics and a Mind.
No, it's not. I don't see no dots or acronyms.
See, ma'am. Two Mics and a Mind.
Hold on. We're gonna say, Dr. Joe, you gotta sing. You are Tuma saying Hakuna Matata one time in Spanish, just a little bit. Give him a little bit.
Hakuna Matata, no hay problemas para el mundo de hoy. Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, not the Joe. That's Hakuna Matata singing. Yeah, that's right. She's gonna be Hakuna Matata singing. So somebody put Toma on now. Toma. So I said, Mason, we got to sing something. Who got a scar?
Oh my.
Connection. I know your father. There's only a few parts on this really great.
That's the best.
You was
part.
a kid when that came. You weren't a kid when that came out, were you?
When that movie came out, me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course she was.
Yeah,
That's
I must
good.
have been like 7, probably.
Oh,
Kids.
wait, who all
Yeah,
who kids?
yeah. That came
Your
out in
behind was
1994.
Your behind was Rusty Dusty when it came out.
Came in 1994.
Also,
What?
And she
Yeah,
was
yeah,
Rusty
that came out in
and Dusty.
94.
You was a kid when that came out?
Yeah, I was exactly 7.
Oh, my God.
Wait.
Yeah, I think y'all was married then, when y'all.
No, 95.
Oh, y'all got. Oh, I was off. I'm sorry. Oh, I was
Yeah,
way
not a
off.
long
Oh,
time. It was
I was
very
way
long
off. I wasn't even close. Whoa.
Because it was late. It was late 2005, February, March
June.
and June.
You know what? For the people who knew the two mics in mind, these two people located at the top of your screen, they're actually married. They're fussing over the dates because they got married, but it was complicated. You know, if y'all want to go into it, y'all can explain it. But if y'all don't want to go into it, I can tell my side of the story.
Well,
Which y'all prefer?
you're not allowed to say your side of the story. You're not married with them.
Let me
What
see.
that supposed to mean? I know the details, though. I know the details.
Okay. Roll it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So what was going on is Tony had been dating Tula for I don't know how long, and Tula was like, "Hey man, is you gonna marry me or what? I'm tired. I'm tired of you. You know what I mean? Getting all the benefits, and they ain't gonna put no ring on this finger." And Tony said, "Well, I tell you what,
Yeah.
I'll think about it." And then May, when he went to church, the pastor started preaching about shacking up, and then he decided to go ahead and get married. And then in June is when they actually turned in the marriage license to the courthouse, and actually got it stamped. So in May, they went and picked up the application to get married,
Something else.
and they ain't turning in until June or July.
Okay.
Like the midwife just do back then with the baby.
So that's the story I'm gonna tell.
Listen,
That's the story I'm gonna tell.
hey, that's your tale. I'm sitting on mine.
Yeah, and a matter of fact, it was
Somebody say they were 4 years old in 94. That's your parent problem. You need to talk to your
Hey.
parents.
And as a matter of fact, they wedding song was by Jagged Edge. It was called "We Ain't Getting No Younger. We Might As Well Do It. Let's get married."
I did not
They
ask
wrote that
you.
song about Tony and Tuli.
No,
I
the
never
only
heard it.
the
Never
only
heard it.
is I did not give him an ultimatum to marry me. So I was good where we were.
You know what? How did he propose? Like, where were y'all at when he proposed?
You ask him because I'm gonna see if that's true. I know where it was.
I want to hear.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me put him on the big camera. Let me put on the big camera. Go ahead. There you go. See, he don't have any ears. He don't have any ears, ladies and gentlemen, but he can hear you.
We was at the liquor store. And she was in line. She finna get a fifth of liquor.
Oh,
I just say you don't remember.
I do remember.
Where?
I bet it was Valentine's Day.
Oh,
That bust it bust up over. Look at she looking now. She looking now.
oh, Tony, what you did? Tell me what you did, player.
But now she know.
What tell me how it went?
look at her. She's blushing.
How did it go?
I went on and told her, I said, you've been around this long, ain't nothing else going on with your life. I might well go take and make something at you.
So what was that?
You were doing so good, Tony.
Oh my goodness. Whoa.
It was on my lunch break.
Hey, come out real quick. I need to talk to you.
No. I came
So
to his
come on, tell the story now. Come on. It was on lunch break. Now he called you. Wait, that's right. Cause y'all ain't have cell phones back then. So how did you know he was coming to your job?
See, let me finish. I was working one job. I had a small break to go to the other job, and I stopped to see him between that job.
Mhm.
Hold on. Let's slow things down. You
Let her
had two
talk.
jobs? Hold on. You had
This
two
is so
jobs too?
interesting.
You were working 2 jobs. That's amazing. That's a good woman right there. When you got a woman working 2 jobs, that's what you want right there, Tony. I can respect that.
Well, anyway, the number job don't make you a good woman, but okay, it makes you. But anyway, yes. So between that second job, the first and second, I stopped by to see him, and then I went to my second job, and that's when I got engaged, and then I went to my second job.
Hold on. I mean, what did he do with the engagement? Like, tell the story. He get out on one knee. Tell the story. You know what I'm saying? Tell the details.
That's the detail. I mean, that was he had a talk, and he told me he wanted to be married. He wanted me to be his wife.
Hold on. He didn't get on one knee.
It wasn't any kind of smushy, dramatic stuff like that. It was serious to the point. Like, it was a serious talk. It wasn't like a fairy tale book. That's not even our life today. It's straight to the point. It's honest.
Facts.
It is what
facts
that's what, and that's, a lot of people can't do that. Just straight down the middle. That's it.
It was just boom. Listen. ABC. You gonna be the B, because I'm the A, and we're gonna make the C. That's what it was. So I'm like, yeah,
we're gonna make that alphabet after that. A, B, C, D, E.
So that was it. And I was like, okay. And it wasn't like, oh my gosh, and I can't function. I can't go to work. I went right to work. Okay, boom. Still working. Still focused. Gotta go to work.
That's right.
Working.
That was it.
I think those were marriages that lasted
she worked for a little while. I ain't seen her work since then. It's just been, she's just been sitting around waiting on me, I guess. But we still on the go so much anyway. We one of them couples that we constantly on the move, one way or another. It's a little different than most relationships. Most of them, they up on each other 24/7. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I ain't against it. Everybody do what work for them. We constantly on the evolving end, constantly keep moving, constantly trying to put things together, make things happen.
Hold on. I want to tell the details now. Did you get her a ring?
Yeah, I bought a ring.
Oh,
well, Julie, tell the story. You ain't. When did she get the ring? Did you go to the job? He like, hey, I want you to marry me. He gave you the ring then. What?
That makes sense. When she came on lunch break and I went to her. This was the demand. She just told you she came by the house, and that's when I proposed to her. How did it get her with I came to her job and proposed her to get a ring? How is this man came?
It wasn't no fairy tale gushy stuff. It was.
At what point did you? Hold on. Let's stop this. Let me set the mood. Let me set the mood. Ladies and gentlemen, what we're about to do right now, about to set the mood about a love story between a man and a woman. One of the greatest collaboration together between the Tony and the Thule. He looked at her, she looked at him, they looked in their eyes, and they set the mood. So right now, what I'm doing to set the mood is, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, y'all hear that?
I love you.
Yeah.
I want to marry you, but I don't think that you're ready. Baby, listen to me. You're friends.
Listen to that. Y'all know what this is right here.
I don't know what it is.
So what I want y'all to do is, Thule, take your time and tell me about the moment when he put the ring on your finger.
Wow.
Well, it was so sweet how he did the ring. He had the ring was custom made. It wasn't from a store. So he gave me the ring, and it was nice. It was pretty. It had 3 diamonds in it, right? Yeah, 1 big, 2 on the side.
Oh, that's beautiful. Tony, how did it feel? Were you nervous? Was you sweating? How long did it take you to save up for the ring? Did you get the ring from Kmart?
No, we went to a jeweler. I had it made. Try it again. It was custom made. It was
private jeweler.
Thank you. Yep. Thank you. Was not K Jewelers and was not Zales.
That's right.
Oh, that's beautiful, Tony. That's beautiful right there. That's beautiful right there. You know what? I got a question for the ladies, and the question for the ladies is: do a man really need to propose to you? Do you need to have a ring? Do a man have to propose to you? Talk to me. How big is that? That really necessary? Talk to me today.
No. If
What is a blue smiling face? What is that?
Come on, y'all don't both ladies don't all get choked up. Now this is the question for the ladies.
I think for me back in the days it was extremely important, and then after a while when things were explained to me differently, it didn't become as important as it was, because it was important to the world, and that's what I was taught.
And even after I got my ring, I couldn't even wear my ring because of the type of work. I had to wear gloves, so I couldn't wear rings to work. So it was like, I had it, so not wearing it was not something that was a problem. I mean, I'm familiar with, because I couldn't wear it to work. So, I mean, I got it. It was good. Yeah, I wore it when I could wear it, but I couldn't wear it every day because I work every day.
So let me ask the question this way. Does the man need to get down on his knees and publicly declare that he wants to marry you?
Publicly? I don't need him to declare publicly. Get on his knees. It was important to me back in the days when I was young, when I was like 19, 20.
Well, you old now. You real old now. So we talking about when you're real old.
No, I think my mentality has changed now with different information in my mind.
That's all right. In the chat, y'all here in the chat, ladies, I want to know, do y'all still need somebody to get down on their knees and declare that they luscious you and they want you?
Are you getting down on your knees?
Exactly.
Do you feel like it's not important to get down on your knees?
Yeah, you tell
this
us.
is for the ladies.
Do it.
No, we asking you, Joe.
He's trying to
get him away to try.
Hey, I think that the lady should propose. Why, if the lady want to get down on her knees and propose?
The lady should propose? Listen, not even on any drugs, I'm not proposing to a man.
You're not on any drugs.
She said not on any drugs.
Now, what's wrong? What's wrong with a woman if a woman say, "Hey, you know what? We ain't getting no younger. We might as well do it."
That's not natural. I am not doing.
You know what? That's something that I would do.
You would propose to it?
I would definitely. Let me tell you something.
Not a truth coming out. Not a story coming out. Not a truth coming.
Well, I did. But I would, just like if it's something that I want, I am the type of person that I'm going to pretty much get what I want to get. That's what I did with him. I approached him. I did approach him. He did not approach me. I didn't sit back waiting on you to talk.
I knew it.
No way.
I know it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is new information coming out.
I knew it.
I stepped right to him. And I was like, you know what?
Girl, I'm so proud of you.
What attracted you to Tony that made you want to approach him? There has to be something specific.
Great personality.
For a woman to approach a man, that's big.
You know what?
Listen, honestly,
I'm gonna be honest, and I probably regret these words, but he had this like charisma. It was something. He had this air about him. It was like a dark kind of like ooh.
What does he have? I want to find out.
What's going on with him? And especially because of the people that were there that were at our church. I know they were my friends. I grew up with all of them, so they were definitely out of the question. So it was somebody else. I was like, and then I knew him from my neighborhood a long time ago. And I knew that what he did, and that was kind of scary. I was like, do I want to do this? But let's just see what happens. Because I knew how far I was going to go with the relationship, or if it became something. I was just going to see. I didn't know. I really didn't think it was going to go where it went, but it did. Because I just didn't feel like I was the type, per se, of girl that he would have wanted because of the things that he did.
I have one more question.
Yes.
How did you approach him? What did you say? What did you do? Did you think before approaching him? Did you
That's why she laughing. Tell about the big girl. Tell her what the big girl did.
She dropped a piece of paper on the ground and bent over real slow and picked it up.
Stop it.
What did I do?
She sent her friend over to ask me, my friend, what's your phone number? I was like, what?
You liked her because you gave it to her.
I didn't know who she was.
Oh, you didn't remember her at all. She remember you from childhood, but you didn't remember her.
No.
Tony, for real?
Oh,
Tony's
no.
a comedian.
I seen her then. When I see your face, I might have seen you before.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, I didn't. I mean, it just. But you know, the thing is, the thing is, she'll tell you her getting chose. What she did used to happen to me all the time, and I wasn't there for that. She'll tell them, go ahead and tell them I was being approached a lot. Listen, I couldn't walk around these paper. I walk around, put the envelope on the table. I walk by, a woman grabbed my hand and put her phone in my hand. I turn around because honestly, when she met me, that was at a point in my life where I was kind of looking at, I want to get out of what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I want to get out of the life I had. So when I was going to church back, I wasn't going there for that. But I was getting approached all the time. Phone numbers. Listen, there's no mothers would come get me. Listen, I was sitting there talking to my mother one day. This lady said, "Can I speak to you for a minute?" I said, I looked at my mother. She looked at me like, I didn't know who she was. I was like, oh, okay. I walked out. She said, "Come with me." So I was walking with her. I said, okay. She said, "You married?" I said, "No, ma'am. I saw a girlfriend." She said, "Oh, I ain't worried about that." She took me straight to her daughter. She said, "Listen," she said, "This is my daughter right here. My daughter want to meet you." I said, okay. I was like, this was really like through me. I'm like, wow. And it wasn't the only one. Listen, this happened. I'm talking about mothers would come and get me. Listen, come give me my hand and take me to their door and say, "Listen, you need to get this guy." Listen, I'll be sitting here just looking, just like, okay, this is kind of.
They knew you were gonna be a pastor.
I told you it was about there.
Hey, hold on now. Let me ask you this.
You hear that? That's what she said. That's what it was. Go ahead and tell the truth.
It wasn't nobody there. Why you think everybody fighting?
Hold on. Tula, don't fuss now. Everybody just tune in. It's 9:00. This is the special Two Mics of the Mind Glasses and Shades episode. So everybody out there who got their glasses and their shades on, want y'all to put a one. Want y'all to put a one, and what we want y'all to do? Because it's a special episode.
By the bed glasses. My other glasses are in my truck. I'm like,
Tula left out because she don't have the glasses and shades on. So we need to get Tula some glasses. I want y'all to hit the cash out.
Oh yeah, hit the cat. What y'all doing? Come on out the
pocket. Hit the cash out. I know that's right.
I got some people.
I know that's right. But don't feel left out, Tula. We're gonna get some cash out. There it is, that glasses and shade. That's what we talking about. We have turtlenecks on, turtleneck Tuesday, turtleneck Thursday, and we got a new glasses and shades episode. You know what I mean? That's what we doing. But I got a question for you, Tony, because you said mothers used to come in and introduce you to their daughters. Have you ever had a father approach you saying, "Hey, I want you to date my daughter"?
Nope.
No.
All right. So then you can't talk about it. So I'm gonna talk about these times. So I've had several fathers approach me, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of fathers approach me about their daughter. One day I was actually studying. One day I was actually studying. As I was studying, I would go like the coffee shop and study in public or whatever. I used to hate studying at the library or whatever. I used to get away from home to study to get my when I was back in school and all. And one day when I was studying, it was this particular guy. He said, "You know what, young man?" He said, "What you doing?" I told him, I said, "I'm just sitting here studying." He said, "Oh, yeah. He said, "Well, I've been observing you." He said, "You know what? I'm actually running for a political office right now, and I'm actually meeting here to campaign or whatever. But I tell you what, I want you to meet my daughter. Would you please consider taking my daughter on a date?" And I ended up taking her on a date. And I was just one of many. I've been approached so many different times by not just women, but men and fathers who wanted me to date their daughter. I need to write about that. Normal. Go ahead. Let me hear y'all talk about it because it never happened to y'all. Go ahead. Explain it. Go ahead.
You know why they approached? Let me tell you something. You know why they approached him?
Why?
He's like a condom. He just looks safe. They said, "You know what? The man like the best chance to send his daughter out and be untouched. What they touch, I rest my case."
Oh.
But you know what? The daddy mother thing, whatever. But I was a hot commodity. Years ago, I had one of the glasses. Listen, I drove a Porsche. So they see me pull up. They said, "Listen,
hold on, real quick. Y'all heard what he said? He said he drove a Porsche. What did he just say that he didn't say?
What I didn't say, I owned the Porsche. I'm sorry, I owned it. Okay. So anyway,
what did he just say? I owned. Past this, I drove.
Yeah, I own it now. Yeah, listen.
Did he also say he worked at the hotel at the bellhop and had to park people's cars?
Man, didn't never tell him that. Yeah, but you know what? Man, people just. you know, I had an interesting life. I really did. I had a real interesting life. I've done a lot of stuff. You know, I did. So when I met her and she came in, she caught me at a time where I would transition out of life. Listen.
What, Tony? Don't you do it? What?
No, I didn't. No, I date a lot of women, honestly. I listen to people be talking. I'm telling you, she'll tell you, I date a lot of women. I really did. And for me, it had gotten to the point where it wasn't even about that anymore. You know what I'm saying? It was about, she'll tell me, when I used to talk with her, I would be talking about the Bible, talking about giving, you know, just want to kind of, we had talks about stuff, and I would talk with her about it. I wouldn't talk with any other ones about it. I just, you know, because it's like you vibe people, you just kind of they wouldn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? When that turn came for me to make that transformation, you know, spirit, it was just, you know, it's like some people just I can't talk, I don't feel that to talk to you about that. I know you wouldn't understand, so I wouldn't, and I wasn't trying to make no relationship with none of them, you know, not to that end.
That's all right. Tuli, let me ask you this, Tuli. That Bible talk, because I done had that Bible talk conversation with a lot of girls too. And that leads to that Bible talk. So what kind of Bible talk was he talking about when he talked to you, Tuli?
Bible talk? No.
Yeah, I know. We know what the Bible talk means. We know what the Bible talk means. You don't have air quotes. We had the Bible talk. What kind of Bible? What chapter was he talking about? What verse he was coming from?
No, seriously. I mean, I was really.
Hold on, let Tuli explain. We out here Tuli's side of the story. Explain, Tuli.
It was always about when they were naked.
I know it. I know it.
That makes you feel better.
I'm like, what? Okay, they were naked, and what happened? So that's all.
I knew it.
And I would talk about who they call Solomon having 700 wives, 300 girlfriends.
Tuli, did you think it was kind of weird that he would talk about the Bible a lot, or was you on that same wavelength where you was talking about the Bible too, or is it like mutual or what? Talk to me.
No, it wasn't strange, especially where we met and where we were. So that wasn't strange, you know. It wasn't strange to me because he made a lot of sense. He was making a lot of sense. I mean, he made a lot of sense. He definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now, if it was crazy, all stuff, something different than what I had heard, like if he had just like I said, I was just kidding when I said that. Only talk about them being naked or some crazy stuff. I've been like, wait a minute, whoa, that would turn me off. But he actually made sense.
So, like, how would he approach it? Did he come and be like, hey, what you think about your salvation, girl? You believe in heaven and hell? Where you is? You die right now. Where you go? Like, explain to me that Bible conversation. Be Pacific. Be very Pacific.
I can't be an ocean. So what it was pretty much him saying, because I was living the good life. I was living the saved life. You know what I'm saying? So he was trying to do something different. So a lot of the conversations were about what his plans are to do that and the way that he's doing it and how he's handling doing it and what he's doing. So I was really listening. We didn't go back and forth with convo about the Bible. No, that didn't happen.
That's beautiful. At what point did you realize that he had a calling on his life?
When he chose me to be his wife, I was like, he got to be smart.
Go ahead, Tony. You got your good one, man.
That's right, Tuli.
Man, that's it.
You could tell a lot about the man one, the one he picks.
Yeah, keep the glass on, though. Keep the shades on. You look better with the shades on.
Man, I can't wear them things for so long. I got my other ones in the car. I just have some. She found me here in the house. I put these on them right here. And I'm trying to look at something right quick. I'm like, goodness, boy, what time set in? Woo! At a while, I'm going to have to get them hair that rope around the neck. You know what I'm saying? Let them hang there, put them up. That's what it is.
Yes.
I gotta go get me some more glasses. My other glasses on, they seem like a little heavy. These are lighter.
Oh, I got the perfect person for you. I got you. I got you. Yeah. They gonna come to you. I got you.
They come to me?
Yes, sir. I got you.
They know I can let them see the prescription, they're gonna do all that too.
All that. That's it. Mm-hmm.
All I need is readers. That ain't hard. 175. I already know.
And that is beautiful.
Yeah. But I mean, you know.
That is beautiful. Welcome to the show, the one and only Boston. What's up, man? Appreciate you for joining us, man. We got a good topic now. They talking about love and how they met.
We
Oh.
not talking about love. You asked the question and you don't went way off the page talking crazy.
Listen.
Come out some day he asked a question. We ain't asked nothing. You started this stuff.
And we asked him a question about is he
Listen, I
proposing?
didn't start it. Y'all was
That's
married
right.
way before I came along.
Proposed,
All right,
and he
what
never
about you?
answered it.
Are you planning on getting married?
He's trying to get proposal tips. We
That's
trying
all
to
they doing.
That's
Are you
exactly
gonna
what
We
get
talking
married?
about boxing. We talking about proposal.
No.
Does a man need to get on his knees and propose still,
Yes,
in
we
your
don't
opinion,
know.
Boston? What you say?
You gonna hit me, that joke ain't getting back up. She better get everything she can get from him standing up.
Well, first of all, y'all ever notice? Y'all ever know when ring proposal with rings got invented?
No.
Come on, break it down. That's what I'm talking about.
Go
Tear
ahead,
it
bring it
down.
up.
Tear it down.
I've read
No,
a
we
little
don't
bit
know
about
the
it.
answer to that. Please enlighten us. I don't know. Please enlighten us.
Yeah, the rings got invented when it was a jewelry company that was trying to sell rings, and they started to advertise propose with a ring, and that's how it started to pick up. It was never really a tradition until they came out with the advertising.
Makes sense.
Tula
about
did not
the-
get
what
a
about
ring
the
when we
kneeling?
got married. She did not get a ring when I proposed to her. That's something we got later before we got married.
What about getting on the knee? Boss, do you think they should get on the knee still and publicly declare that they want to marry him? Do you think they still should do that?
Nah, that's not a book. But they need to go see they need to go see the daddy.
That part don't change, huh?
Never changes.
Did you go see the daddy? You went to see her daddy?
I went to see her daddy.
I'm talking about
That's when he
I'm
said
talking about me. I went to see
he
the
owes
daddy.
a lot of money.
Yeah, I talked to sure do. Yeah, that joker. He
So,
ain't paid either. Him or her hadn't paid off. See, I've been holding on, waiting on that thing to drop some money from somewhere, but unfortunately,
Anyway, when you talk about Bueno, did you go?
yeah,
Did you go to the daddy Bueno?
No, I've never been married.
there you go.
That was
He's
the only
scared.
one I had to. I needed to.
I tell you what, that is amazing, though. That is really, really amazing thing. So what we doing, I have this t-shirt. A lot of y'all know, a lot of y'all don't know, but it
Okay.
basically promotes heterosexual pride, and it has a picture of a man and a woman and their family together. And I wore that t-shirt throughout the week, and I got so many compliments on that shirt. It's a beautiful thing, and I think this beautiful for the public people across the World Wide Web to know that we still believe in marriage. That's all right. Y'all go ahead. We got 3 married people. I want to congratulate y'all. How many years it's been now?
Long time.
How many years it's been?
Going on 29 years.
That's beautiful.
28 years. And Bossy, how many years you got?
Going on 15.
That's
15 years.
beautiful.
Goodness gracious. Y'all believe that? That is over 43 years of marriage that we got right here on Two Mics and a Mind. That's a
That's
beautiful
it,
thing. That's what we
ladies
do.
and
Ain't no better way. I applaud y'all.
Well, where are you gonna jump in here?
Exactly. What you waiting on?
Hey, we'll see. We'll see.
He's
How you
saying
gonna
tips.
propose? You gonna be on your
That's
knees?
what
You gonna
I'm
sit
right.
down? Or you gonna stand
We
up?
ain't getting no younger. We might as well do it.
That's right.
You know what that is? About that jagged edge.
Nobody don't want you, man. They gotta go drag your behind no hospital the next day. You better tell us, don't go tell them what.
Hey, that's why I got y'all.
If a
I got
woman
y'all
gonna
to do
listen
that.
to a man, that's your reason for marrying a woman, because we ain't getting no
No,
younger.
that's my reason
No,
for
I'm
getting
saying-
younger.
I was
That's
just
your
about
job. That's
I think
your,
a woman
hey,
do
that's
that
your
something.
job.
Listen,
You the one supposed to come see
if
me.
if a woman listens to some stuff like that and she let a man propose, and that's her reason for marrying, you're like, woman, you really brainless. The
Right.
man just said ain't nothing else to do, so might as well it might be me and you. You know what I'm saying? Who says, man, I wouldn't listen to no fools like that.
Hey, that was the #1 song at the top of the chart. What is y'all talking about?
For people who had no conversation, for people that didn't know what they were doing, there is no way possible nobody with any couth, idea, sense, anything, just a mass of a brain would have ever sat down and agreed to no foolishness like that. A woman, we ain't getting no younger, so we might as well just do it. So what we were doing, we were playing around this time. Now you saying now you basically saying I can't do nothing else, and we done got older, nobody else want us, so we might. It's like stay by yourself. I would tell anyone.
Please don't be no. Woo,
marrying you is because we ain't
Guess
got
we're getting
nothing
old.
to do. We getting old. We like keep stepping. You better all by yourself. Same thing with a man or a woman. Tell me that. Man, that song sounded retarded. When I did,
Hold on now. Hold on now. Hold on now. Let's break it down.
Bueno.
It says, meet me at the altar in your white dress. We ain't getting no younger. We might well do it.
Man,
Been feeling you all the while, girl. I must confess. Let's get married.
Let's go up. Why not? Let's go up. Go up to that. Let's start from this whole top of this song because you ain't gonna say this no more. You see that?
Dissect it.
See,
See,
first,
first
all
of all, I know these so-called players wouldn't tell you this, but I'm gonna be real and say what's on my heart. Let's take this chance and make this love feel relevant. Didn't you know I loved you from the start? When I think about all the years we put in this relationship, who knew we make it this far? First of all, if it's
meaning they had issues. They had a lot of issues.
when I think about where I would be if we were to just fall apart and I just can't stand without losing you, then that's where they go to the other part. Right?
You know what? You know what this sounds like? This sounds like the conversation that Tony had with you when you came by your job and went by his house to see him on your lunch break. This sounds like the conversation right now.
I assure you, I had no conversation.
This is literally what you just said. The man took your relationship and put it in a song.
But to me, he blowed the song when he told about it. You know, now you're back saying, I guess this is the only reason you got. I look at this. If our relationship hasn't spoken enough verbiage or given enough vibes that it's the no and it's agreeable, I wouldn't want to marry a woman off of she agreeing because at the end I said all this. What he said is really nice. But and to me, just saying, but we ain't getting no younger, so we might as well. If that's what you're trying to persuade, you said enough right there. I think he could have got a better line.
Hold on. I got a question for Tuli real quick. Tuli, how many years was y'all dating before he proposed? How many years y'all dating, Tuli?
We were exclusive for about 6 months. But we were,
what? I ain't hear you. What you said?
We were exclusive for about 6 months, but we were dating, seeing each other for 3 years before.
3 years. So look at him. What this man is saying, he's saying, hey, we ain't getting no younger. We might as well do it. It's been 3 years. It's been 3 years. The man,
what you hit on? What you hit on? Relationship. You ran to a part and you took the man's song. You butchered it because your mentality thinking about it is detrimental. When you go out to read, I have never heard the song. That you just went to the hook. The hook is terrible. But when I hear what he's saying, you can realize what the message is. He's gone over good things that show a strong character and rationale for the marriage. But to say we ain't getting no younger, we might as well just do it. To me, it just but you came along with so he's to me what you find that so that's a man trying to give a woman every reason to say, let's do this. We got the time in, we've done this, and then at the end of the day, listen, just come on me. Listen, we ain't getting no younger. He said a lot of good things before that. I like what he said before that.
He did.
After that, he says a lot. He does, and when you know how Wayne on does.
He always butchers.
Okay, I put it up. I put it up. I know you can't read that long, Tuli. You can't read that long.
Come out the street.
Here we go. Hit the next verse. This it right here. Said I done it all. Go ahead, Tuli. The floor is yours.
He said I done it all, but frankly, girl, I'm tired of this emptiness. I want to come home to you and only you, because making love to just anyone ain't happening. I just gotta be with you. Do you think about us finishing something we started so long ago? I want to give you my all. Do you think about maybe us having some babies? Come on, won't you be my lady forever? And that's when he said, I'm ready to commit to you and just can't wait for that night because I need you here with me and let's start a family.
Where you see that at?
Right there.
And then what did he say right there, Tuli? What did he say after that? It say, go read that.
Me in your white dress.
Doggone it, that's what Tony said to you. Tony said to you, Tuli, I ain't giving you no ring. Just meet me at the altar in your white dress. Let me ask this, Tuli. When you got married, did you have on a white dress?
I did.
What was your wedding song?
Jagged Edge was a song about y'all relationship.
Bless him, my flesh. He don't get in that crowd. That man be talking. Cause he ain't gonna try to get mad. He ain't getting no younger. He ain't trying to do it. See that he need to get that song and say that. If you use that line, that's a terrible line.
This is beautiful. Line. It's a beautiful song.
No, but you take the street end or something, and you take the jack part of it. There's no way I would use that line. But I mean, it's a different generation now. You know, people now, what they accept and what they'll take and what women, it's a whole nother animal.
Yeah.
Yes, the character, what they allow.
Yeah.
It's just like one of those things. You just like, it's you don't see guys like have that thrive to do or that drive to do, and it's like, but I blame a lot on the women because the women will accept. They look at where so many, the character, the standard drops so low. So at that point, to have anything, is beat nothing, and they don't realize something. It's not. It's just better to go ahead and beat it. Don't give yourself short. And it's on every end because women don't realize the power they have to make a man want to thrive to do. You know what I'm saying? Give him that thrive, especially when he looks at, he wants to put in a good place. He wants to be in a good place, and he knows she's counting on him. But today, what guys do now, they're just crap. They can't take that man. Women count on them and wanting things and expecting things and having things. These guys, man, it's all a hoe want, man. A hoe just want, and that's the conversation. A hoe is a girl in the club, you in the street with, y'all doing y'all thing. We talking about you get a woman wants to know that she can count on her man. And that's a rare quality now. Guys don't look at, reputation. They don't look at, character, people depending on them, and a lot of guys, they just, what if I don't measure up? Well, that's why I encourage, and I'm a proponent for a man knowing himself. And, and you want things for yourself, you should want them for other people that, integrate inside your world. But that's something now. It's like, man, God, like, man, I ain't gonna kill myself for. Man, it's like, seriously? Mm-hmm. Seriously? Why would you not want to forge your family the best? That's just why when guys, well, I want the best for I got you, but it's all about what you'll do.
Why is there a double standard as far as women being hoe? When why is it a woman a hoe when she has a past?
Because, well, it ain't just because a woman passed. Sometimes it's because of behavior, what a woman do. When a woman is with more than one man, that's different. When a man is with more than one man, one woman, that's considered player. But when he gets the right woman, he know, okay, playtime is over. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm locked and loaded. I know what I got to do. So it's all about being a man and being able to transition. Someone like, I'm going to still play the streets. You can play the street, but what you don't realize, even if you get away, really the person you played is yourself. Because you have to life. Yeah, you got to live a double life. You can't be you. You can tell people, but you can't be you. You say, well, even if they open to it, this is what you look at. Mm-hmm. When a man or person or woman dates more than one, you have to. These are personality transformations you're making, because if they're the same, there's no need for you to be with them. You're typically with the person because of the opposite. It's because of the opposite because it's another side you feel like need to be fulfilled. It's not being fulfilled in one place. So I think it happens. It looks good. Again? I mean, just like me, when I dated multiple women, you're different. You know, you're a different person to an extent. So each person meets a different mode, a part of you. That's why you more or less look at all these different people. It's something different you get. It's not just the sex. It's something different that you get for that part of that personality. So getting to know yourself and being fulfilled with yourself and being complete with yourself, you start realizing, a lot of it's not the people that help you to fulfill yourself, is you understanding yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Man is complicated. I ain't talking about a man as far as, the male species. I'm talking about the whole creation of
women.
Mankind.
We just, and you really have to know yourself. A lot of people, from drugs to drinking, because it's not knowing themselves, and they don't know how to fulfill those different parts without doing things that's harmful and detrimental to themselves. Like multiple person that you sleep with, you take on a part of that person. That person takes on a part of you. That's a lot to realize.
And I heard that the woman takes more of a man than the man takes off the woman.
Because he leaves a seed.
Even because of the private parts we have. Yeah. In shape wise, we take more of the man than the man takes off from us.
but emotionally, he feeds from the woman emotionally. That's how she attacks. She gets into the man emotionally.
Absolutely. That's why we be because you got all that
crazy. Some women go crazy.
Yeah. And
Resident Joe, tell us how you say some women go crazy.
I mean, I grew up in a place where I see videos. I see how women
we
crash
heard
cars.
and then we ran the video. Which one is it?
I see women that scratch men's cars. I see like putting fire. Putting their clothes on fire.
You don't slash tires before?
Yeah, you know what? From my household to video. Come on now.
Because I mean I grew up around the neighborhood, so I would see crazy stuff. Never in my life have I gone crazy. Never in my life.
Oh.
I think my brother would disown me if I ever go crazy like that. I never in my life have I gone crazy. Listen, we have a conversation and it's over, and you have to move on. I've never gone crazy.
Hold on. Talk about. So you want to know once the breakup end, you good?
In the past, yeah, I've never. Yeah, I can't lie. I've never been the one to be like, "Don't leave me." Not at all. Because you know something that Tony has said in the past is that when a woman leaves, she had already left mentally. She's just there for a while. So I think in the few relationships I had in my whole life, when things happened, I already had left mentally. So the conversation we already had, it was just, all right, it's time to move on. Maybe he wasn't ready, but I was ready mentally, and it was fine.
I think that's more or less for the marriage, not no boyfriend girlfriend. Cause where they at?
Excuse me, I couldn't hear you.
I said where that was at. Not no girlfriend and boyfriend.
We were boyfriend and girlfriend. 7 years of relationship, then 3, and then 4 years. It wasn't. I don't know. It was. I was never into that toxic breakup or relationship.
You was in a girlfriend and boyfriend. You was in a relationship for 7 years.
My high school sweetheart was 7 years.
Man, that don't count. Hold on. After high school, once y'all graduated, how many years?
4, right? 4 after that? Oh no.
It was, we graduated 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, like 3.5, 4.
Yeah, that don't count, man. That man.
Why that count? Yeah, that count.
That don't count.
After that.
Nah, that don't count, man. That man, when he ready to go see life, man. When you graduate, you gotta have at least 5 years till so.
We were about to get married. We were about to get married because we were in that Christian mood. And
he was talking to you about the Bible. He was talking to you about the Bible.
Well, he used to preach. Yeah.
Yeah, that Bible talk every time.
Well, you know, like Christian churches. You know, Christian churches. You know, Christian churches has like youth people that like youth pastors and.
Yeah. I don't understand why men why they don't proceed with caution, especially when you know there's a situation. Like if you say women are so emotional, or women do this, or they are. Why don't y'all proceed with caution? Why don't y'all act like y'all know these things? And then that's when you get the crazy because you already know.
That's a good question.
Never give your strength over to a woman. What is the strength?
What?
I wonder why that's the first and never give your strength over to a woman. What is the strength?
Who said that?
Oh, whoa. Slow down, Trick Daddy.
No. I'm trying to I thought you said somebody said it in the comments, but I think a man gives his strength to a woman until he matures mentally. Then he stops giving his strength to the woman.
Out of high school, he just got through for eating free lunch. It's time to, back in the day.
I was eating free lunch.
But she said 4 years after. You forgot. It's still, they continued.
In college. He would drive me to my college. Every class I had.
Yeah, he got to get you away. Get a far away. When he get back home, that's what he go do what he do. That's that play. That's the play years, man.
I mean,
out of high school. Now back in the day, now you know they used to get married in like 10th grade.
Yeah, I was 20 when we were talking about marriage and everything. I was 20. 2021. But I never act crazy. That Tuli, have you ever popped somebody's tire or scratched somebody's car?
Oh my
I
God.
don't do no stuff like that.
Exactly. That's a waste of your energy, waste of your.
I ain't gonna let you leave me like you ain't gonna leave me crazy though. We gonna be good when we get finished. Now I ain't gonna let you know that right there. No, but we are going to be good. Like, hey, all right, we good. All right, now see
Exactly.
I say hey, you better say hey. That's all
Exactly.
I ain't trying to get back with you, but don't act crazy.
No
Man,
hard
stop
feelings.
it. Man, cut it out. Man, stop.
That's right, Tuli. I am with you
Nobody trying to hear
100%.
Man, cap, man. Where my head at?
That is not a. I'm 100% with her. I don't understand why these women lose themselves. You lose yourself.
Yeah.
You lose your embarrassment. You lose your personality, your persona. Like scratching for what? If that man doesn't want you, if you don't want that man, if you made a decision, move on as a mature person that you are and work on yourself. It is what it is. I've always been taught that. That's what I've done in my life.
That is the truth.
That sounds good. Y'all sound like a therapist. Y'all sound real good right now. That sounds real good.
Get him.
If I could have
Get him,
my
Boxer.
exes
Get him.
here talk to you, I
That
have
sounds
never
good.
act crazy.
No, ever, never. Not one of them can ever. Nope.
80-90% of the time, women wear glasses crazy.
Tony, don't say it. I already know what he's gonna say.
Yes,
I
Tony.
read his mind.
Yes, I know.
So everybody need to really think about their path before they start saying stuff.
Exactly.
That's all.
Cap. That's what
No,
I said.
because I
Cap.
didn't
Facts.
know.
Hold
No,
on.
Facts.
Shire plastic.
I told her she capped, man.
I'm not. Let me tell you why. Okay,
Okay.
She
talking about
did that, but she never acted crazy. That's
Yeah.
what you're mistaking it.
I did not. And
Stop.
everything that I did. What did I say? I said
Woo.
we gonna make sure if
Hey, Preacher, expose that hypocrite. Expose that.
I'm down. Listen.
exposed. Go ahead.
Listen. Uh-huh.
Go
I
ahead.
mean, if you never popped up in nobody's house with the horn and all, with the lights and all flashing crazy, then you ain't done it.
I knew he
That's
was
not
gonna
what
do
we're
that.
talking about.
Wow. That's exactly what we talking about.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
No. I did not show up and do that because I was angry or that you broke up with me. No, that did not happen. No.
Okay,
no.
tell us a story. Tell the story.
I needed, remember what I said? I said, now we're not going to be crazy. So I needed to tell him, give him some
No, you
information.
don't. That's crazy. You can do it
That
on
is
the phone.
not crazy.
You can
And
do it on
then
the phone.
crazy would have been going to the door, knocking on the door to
That's
talk
right.
to you when I knew your living arrangement. That would have been crazy. That
Right.
would have been stockish. That would have been something that falls into the
Quit
category.
speaking in codes. What you trying to say?
Exactly.
Let her
So
talk.
why you,
I'm telling you what happened.
so
I'm
why
trying to
you
tell
went over there? Why you went over there?
because I had to tell him something
No.
very important.
Where did you have to tell him?
It's none of your business, Bueno.
Man, because you crazy. Now you
That is not crazy.
It
Awesome.
was something she
Hold on.
couldn't wait,
Hold
and
on.
she did it in a
what
calm
you
way.
got to tell? What you got to tell him that you couldn't tell him over the phone? You crazy. If you crank up
No.
your car, you know what happened? I know exactly what happened. That man ain't want to answer your crazy behind phone calls. So you know what you said? Oh yeah, you don't answer my call? I'm gonna pull up on you. That's crazy and that's cap. Am I lying?
That is not crazy, and that is not cap. But I did not pull up because I was crazy. I pulled up because what I tell you, I wanted to tell you something very important.
What did you have to tell him? What was it? What was the message? What was important? What was it?
That's not important at this.
It's not the topic right now.
I know. I
I
had
want to tell you.
what you weren't going to do is ignore me. You were going.
But what about Tuli? But what about the crazy man that looked for us after we break up with them and appear randomly?
It didn't happen.
at people's
Joanne,
house?
stop. Hey,
Hold on,
listen,
Joanna. Wait. Did that happen to you, Joanna?
No.
It did.
No, it didn't.
Hold on. Whoa.
She did, but she did.
What happened? Be Pacific. Be Pacific.
hello. First of all, that's personal. She talked to me about that. She had a guy when she was at the store that was stalking her. That's personal. And the guy
because she was stealing.
I didn't pay for her stuff.
She was stealing. It's called stealing.
She would be walking down the street and the guy would be behind her. Then he would stop. He would stop. Then he would if he go faster, he would go faster. And he would not stop. So did you pay for the stuff? Can we just hear it? Listen, brother,
No.
you remember I stopped everybody one night.
But Tony, there's so many stories in my mind. I forget to tell you all of them.
But you remember I told everybody coming in and I said, come back in here. Y'all remember that?
I'm gonna write them down so I can tell
I'm
you
just
all.
saying, you remember I told everybody, I said, come back in here. Have you done anything we need to know? Is there anything incredible inside? We found out that White Chris now has a grandmother. Now we know Chris, he's never said the word grand. He didn't even say, when I used to say the song, would it be grand? He just said, want it? He wouldn't even say grand. He never said grand. Now we're hearing first time ever. My grandmama used to.
It might not be a cat, boss. She was explaining the story how she had been stalked over time.
I ain't listening to nobody. I ain't listening to nobody who clock stay on 235 the whole show. I ain't listening.
Every week.
Oh my goodness. That's tight.
That's because that's the time I'll be eating, so I gotta remind myself 2:45.
Listen, y'all said that Faye P said it might have been increment weather coming. That's why inclement weather. That's why.
Man, that lady crazy, man. What you
But
gotta
how
tell
come
that
we
man?
don't talk about those men that do those crazy stuff? How come we only talk about crazy women?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Y'all ain't never did it.
It's crazy.
Hold on. What I want to do is Dr. Joe tell the story, and I'll let you know if this dude was
Why
crazy.
you want to talk about my story? Because you probably did that. You probably went after somebody broke up with you, and you went and stalked them.
Bossy, what did you do?
Bossy, what did you do?
I did preliminary searches before I got married. I wanted to make sure.
Why don't we say about that crazy?
Hey, let me talk 235. I just did it prior to I got married. I want to make sure everything was kosher. She ain't had nobody else snoop around because I'm getting ready to do this thing and it gotta be for real. It wasn't no breakup. All right. I got my heart broke one time in elementary school. After that, it was done.
Oh, we ain't even talking about that. Don't count. Okay.
Hey. Back to these messages. You tell me what you had to go over there and tell Tony. It
wasn't a breakup though. It wasn't a breakup.
That's the sixth time I said Tony. Now, please, I just want to put on. All right. But you tell me what you had to go over there and tell Tony. That's so important.
If it was freaking good night, you better answer the phone and hear me say good night.
That's crazy. Crazy,
man. It don't cost you nothing. It don't cost you a whole lot.
Tuli, I have a question for you. No. Did you go over there to break up with her with Tony?
No.
There you go. It's equal to charity.
We weren't fighting. We weren't broken up. None of that.
None of that.
All right, let me ask you: was it daylight outside or was it dark outside?
It was nighttime.
It was dark.
You going on people's house at night too? That ain't a good sign.
Hey, listen. When you grabbed your keys, I want to know what you said in your head. Tell me right now.
Okay, he ain't gonna answer. He ain't gonna answer. I'm gonna go right over. I need to go over there and tell him. He gonna talk. Right. That's not crazy.
Whoa, hold on. He didn't answer your phone call, and you tripped off a missed call. Wow.
No. But the thing was,
What time? Hey, I need a time. What time was it? 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
Dark. No, it was dark.
What time? Give me a time.
How about 9:30 or something?
Mm-hmm.
Now he didn't answer because it wasn't free nights and weekends. So back in the day, you had to wait till 9 o'clock. So I said, "Listen, I'm gonna answer all phone calls, but I got to wait till 9 o'clock." All right,
that's true. 3 minutes.
You got to give people time. You can't go on your crazy tangent. If he waits for you,
I did not go on a crazy tangent. I did not.
Somebody didn't answer the phone, and you got your guy in your car to start trouble. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Oh, that was something I needed to get.
Oh, hold on. First, you got to get something. Then you got to tell him something. What is it?
Tell him to give me what I need to get.
What was it that you needed to get to? What was it that you needed to get? What was
no younger?
She saw her man.
But she ain't that crazy because look who Tony married.
Yeah, that even Faye P. She said nighttime. She said,
Hey,
look,
listen.
crazy. She can't help you. Like,
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. Let me tell you something. That ain't no excuse. You know crazy, and you know what? Say no what? This lady gonna kill me and this other girl. So you might as well just do it. You know what I'm saying? Well,
no, you men don't do that. You men.
Yeah.
Listen.
Roddy said you done for that baby face with that whip because I had that whip pill.
Well, I don't think so, sir. Thank
Okay,
you.
okay. Now you can't make your mind. Either I was all that I wasn't. It ain't
Exactly.
no. Oh, he had. Yeah, it was.
Look at her. Look at her. Hey, stop moving your head like you was in the yearbook.
Listen, man. Now I tell y'all, she nothing but a flex on a faker. Listen, man, that girl knew good what she was. Listen,
Cap.
Listen, listen, I'm telling y'all, she had never been that high before in her life. She looked at. I have really gone. I couldn't listen. This and Salvation. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She ain't never been that high before. 2 times.
Hey, Smitty, you was in the church. You was in the church when you went by there?
Yeah. What was it?
That'd be the worst ones.
She was being responsible.
Just stop.
Boy, them church girl, boy. Woo.
There we
go.
Stop.
That's right. Anyway.
But why don't you tell some of your stories, Bueno? Because we're hearing too much of everyone's stories here.
How did you stop?
Well, he really got 5 stories.
What I'm doing is it's called being polite and considerate of others. Y'all were talking, so I wanted y'all to share the mic. See, I don't need all the clap. So I'm just letting y'all talk, you know what I mean, and listen to y'all story.
Hey,
so what you were saying, Reddy George, you saying you was being stalked, but you never told us details about you being stalked. Go ahead and finish the story about you being stalked.
Tell us about Thelma and Index. Tell us about O'Reen and then Pinky. Tell us about them. Tell us about all 5 of them.
We want
how
to
you get them all at one time. That was I dated 5 women at one time.
that last girl that you engaged to, how did she take it to break up? Did she stalk you? Was it mutual?
Please enlighten us.
Hey, listen,
which question you want me to answer first?
Hey, listen, that's a very sensitive subject. It's really you hit below the belt. You are wrong. You know you're wrong for that. You wrong for that, Smitty.
You see what they do, boss. You see how she do it.
That is very sensitive, Smitty. You wrong. You are mad. You an angry woman. You are angry, mad black woman.
Hey,
you an angry, mad little woman.
All she needs is a diary now.
Yeah, you an angry little woman. That man about to cry. Why you did that to him?
What in the world is going on with Thule?
Said prime time.
Thule, what is wrong with you?
She angry.
Yeah, she angry and bitter. Thule, don't be angry and bitter, Thule.
Hey, why you did that?
I just asked because everybody.
You all asking each other's questions. That's your problem. You got the B-Witch glasses on. Take them off.
Take them off right now.
You angry black woman. You nasty. You should have did that to that boy. He coming strong. He's coming back. Get in there, Clyde.
He's crazy.
Oh my God.
5,000 questions. So what's the question? What? Go ahead.
You wrong.
You don't have to talk about it if you don't. If it's a sensitive subject.
Yeah. So when are you gonna tell what you're gonna do? What you doing? Are you getting married or not?
You don't have to get married.
Get married.
All right, I got a confession. I already got married. I went last night and got married at the courthouse.
I'm sure you did.
And I'm sure your wife ain't there, right?
And that person did that. And that person did that. They got their mind out of here.
What you did? She handled you something.
What did he say?
I'm trying to figure out what's the real date. I'm trying to figure. That mean it was yesterday, my marriage date, or was it gonna be next month when I bring it to y'all? What's gonna be the actual date?
Is he gonna do it?
Oh man,
it's okay. You don't have to.
He loves asking questions, but not answering them questions.
If that ain't what you want to do, I guarantee you, that ain't what she wants you to do.
Smitty, you wrong for that. Put them glasses back on. You and your character.
What you want me to be? I'm trying to figure out who I need to be. But no, seriously, if that ain't what you want to do,
you need to be yourself.
Leave folks alone. That ain't what you want to do. Leave folks alone.
You need to be yourself.
Oh, you want crystal glasses again?
Thule, do you realize you just asked me 4 questions at the same time and answered all 4 of them?
choose one of them. I think
That's how they do. Listen. How women try to get you, they'll ask you 3, 4, 5 questions at the same time, and then tell you the answer. You say which one? Not they go all off, all around the place.
If you
Answer whichever.
You ask one question at a time. Now I know how these politicians feel.
Don't you start at the top?
Just started the last one you heard.
No, why can't it be the first one? Because you don't even know what the first question you asked me.
Okay,
Go
well,
ahead.
okay.
What was the first question? I know what's the first question.
Go ahead.
Listen, no. I know what the first question was, but I just want people to be aware. Women, they'll ask you 50, 11 questions, and they don't even pay attention to the question that they ask you. Tell me what was the first question, and I'll tell you what the first question was. Okay. If you don't remember the first question, just say, "Hey, I don't remember the first question." Could you help me?
I know one thing. If Smitty put one more pair of glasses on, it's over.
I got it.
If she will put one more different pair of glasses on, I'm through. This is ridiculous. That girl.
It's crazy.
I got like
listen, man. Y'all know y'all getting old when y'all got the glasses people come to y'all house. That's crazy.
That is.
We got mobile glasses people. Man, listen.
Absolutely.
It's over, man. It is over.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry. Back to these messages. All right, go, Dwayne. When you get married?
What's the first question too that you asked me?
I ain't gonna never first. Answer the question, Joker.
I don't remember.
The first question that you asked me, Tuli, you asked me, said, did she stalk me? That was the first question that you asked me. What I want to do is I want everybody to take a note. When women are talking to you, whenever a woman start asking you multiple questions at the same time and tell you to answer them, it's because they want to fuss. What you got to do is you got to slow them down. And you got to take them back to the first question that they asked you. Now she remember the first question you asked me was, did she stalk me? And the answer to that question is yes.
No.
Oh, isn't it?
Okay, what happened?
Who believe that? Who believe he was stalked?
Hold on now. Wait. All these women over here talking about they get stalked, and a dude can't say that he gets stalked. Come on now.
The short sleeve turtleneck.
Listen. Do you know what kind of material this turtleneck is? Boston, hold on. Let me get a little closer. Boston, do you know what kind of material this turtleneck is? Do you know what kind of material this is?
Man. I refuse to answer these questions on the grounds that may incriminate myself. I refuse to answer the question on the grounds that may incriminate myself. I refuse.
Anybody in the chat, do y'all know what kind of material this is? Anybody in the chat line, put it in the chat if you know what kind of material this is. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is marriage material. Okay, this is marriage material. That's what this is. That's what this is, ladies and gentlemen.
That thing like it made out of squirrel butt hair.
I refuse to take off the cap till these folks stop lying on the call. When these people stop lying, I remove the cap.
You could have took it off for me and put it back on for wait on. Now wait on. Go ahead.
Now you crazy. We coming back to you. You crazy. You crazy.
Yes,
you mean. You a mean little lady. You ain't had to say that about Dwayne. You ain't had to go there, Smith. You did have to do it.
Yep. Thanks. Now, Resident Joe, go ahead and finish telling the story about how you were stalked.
No, we weren't finished with your stories. Let's keep on talking about your stories.
See, she can't tell the story about how she was stalked because I'm gonna tell you something. Women, they use that term loosely. Stalk, they use that real loosely.
Apparently, you always change the conversation when it's about you, but when it's about somebody else, you're very focused. So let's focus on
what is you talking about? Ain't nobody driving no Ford Focus. What ain't saying about a car?
Oh, lame. Oh my gosh.
I can't.
Oh, you're so lame.
Let's focus about you, Bueno, for once. Let's focus.
Oh my goodness. So what y'all want to know is, believe it or not, I'm very open about myself. I'm to the point where I'm so open that I put everything in a book. What I want to do is I want to encourage everybody to go and read Womb Management. You want to know my story, you'll know all the details about my life. I put it in a book. I'm an author. As a matter of fact, anybody else is an author? No, nobody else on this platform is an author. So that being said,
you're a two-time author confusion right now.
I put my authorship and poured it into that book. So y'all check out my book, Womb Management, www.wombmanagement.com.
It ain't got nothing to do with him either. Just let y'all know. It ain't really got nothing to do with no woman, no real woman anyway. It's all his imagination.
Tell us about the book. You want people to buy it. I'm here. What's in the book?
Tell us about the book, Bueno.
Y'all want to know about the book? We talk about the book.
Talk about the book.
Matter of fact, what I'm gonna do, I'm talking about it right now. And the way I'm gonna talk about it by putting it on the doggone screen. That's what we gonna do. Because a lot of people gotta know.
We'll page out a book.
Huh?
Yo, oh, second.
Yeah, that's what you want to talk about. Y'all need to know. Here it is right here. This is it right here. The cover says it all. Bam. Y'all see that right there?
Where is
there it is. Womb management. Do you want to be married? You can purchase it right now.
Go to the next.
That's all what it's about. And it's about this lady right here. And the lady looks puzzled. She looks confused. And y'all see the name right there. That's what it's all about right there. Basically, what I want people to understand is that we live in a society right now. But based on the society, it no longer talks about the importance of a family. The nucleus of the family all starts between a relationship between a man and a woman working together in harmony to go out here and work effectively in society to solve problems without creating additional problems. This is where it all starts. And I talk about my experiences. I talk about some pros. I talk about some cons. I talk about the good stuff, and I talk about the bad stuff. And I talk about the most important is that, hey, it's all about marriage. That's the whole purpose of this show. Thank you.
Stop it. That is not what that book about.
That book is not teaching no woman how to get married. Just stop it.
Now I have a question about
you.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
I can't do
it. You wrong piece.
Man.
I can't do it.
Hey, they hate. Why they hating?
Man,
they hate so bad. The hate is unbelievable.
There are a lot of women that have not had sex, but they're dumb as a sack of rocks. So to tell them that they're gonna get married because they're a virgin, it makes no sense.
That's
hold on, and that's what you got from that. That's what you got from that title. That's what you got from that title.
Oh, that's what he got from the book, Punky.
That's what you got from that title.
Hey, go to Resident Joke.
Look at that. You got somebody out there laugh about your book now.
Listen, real quick synopsis.
Have anyone
table of contents, chapter 1, how to decrease your chance of getting married. It talks about all different types of situations in there. Chapter 2, how to increase
hold on.
chance of getting married.
Hold on.
Chapter 3,
hey, go back
the
to
conclusion, where I talked about all that stuff. Everything's in my book.
Hey, go back to chapter 1.
Bueno, please.
Go back to chapter 1.
Right there.
Right there.
They're the most exposed that book gonna get.
Tattoos and piercings?
Piercing. The whole phase. The whole phase. New photos.
Sexting. Stop
Casual
it.
sex,
Please stop it right now.
STDs.
STIs.
Children out of wedlock. Devastating side effect of birth control.
He's crazy.
We talk about it.
Crazy.
Let's talk about it. We talk about it. See, what people need to understand is you really got to understand in life, whatever you do, it takes effort. If you want to be successful, that takes effort. If you want to be a failure, that also takes effort and a lot of work to do it. Whatever you're doing in life is going to take effort. You got to realize where do you want to shift and focus your effort at. There's things you can do if you want to increase your chances at being married, and there are things that you can do if you want to decrease your chances of getting married. The same thing is told all in success in life. If you want to be successful in life, there's things that you need to do. If you don't want to be successful in life, there's a list of things that you need to do. You need to figure out what those things is, or you need to rationalize. And the most important thing a child can learn is how to make wise decisions as a child. You need to focus on how to make better decisions. That's what it's all about. That's
who
what
got married? Who got married reading your book?
Yeah.
That's a really good question.
Hello.
So there's actually a couple that did just get married. There's actually a couple that did get married, and y'all actually know them because what people don't realize is I'm actually a life coach. And there's actually a couple that I therapize, and they're actually married now. And matter of fact, the wife, I just saw her a few days ago, and she's pregnant now.
Please.
They're doing good. They're working on their first child. So it's really, really beautiful thing. They're a beautiful couple. One of them is like the guy, he's like 6'6", and the girl is like 4'6", and they just make a beautiful couple all together. But I've been counseling them all throughout before they even got married, throughout the whole entire process. They've been knowing all about my book, and we've been sharing over everything, and they helped me write that book.
It's terrible.
Horrible.
Man, listen, man.
And your book is why they got married. Absolutely
You
not.
put your picture on the back of that book with that turtleneck on.
Let me tell you, when you put down,
You know what? I got a question though.
If somebody bought your book, they wouldn't. Would it be biography, mythology,
Theology,
psychology, comedy,
science fiction?
comic book?
Again,
Because there's a lot of women married.
Tuli,
Listen up.
Tuli, hold on. Let Tuli talk. Tuli, can you do me a favor because you got your glasses on?
Yes.
Can you help me read that, Tuli?
This book will single-handedly save the world. How, you ask? It's simple. Families are the building blocks of society. Studies have shown that marriage is the healthiest form of a family. Marriage, being the union of a man and a woman, is a critical component of raising a healthy family. The proper family structure determines the outcome of the civilization as a whole. Bad womb management can single-handedly destroy a woman's potential of ever becoming married. The fabric of society, through a series of failed systems, all rooted in one thing: ignorance and or lack of self-control. Allow this book to be your cheat code to the game of winning in life, and increase your possibilities of becoming married.
Thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I said. Thank you for your time. That's my time. I appreciate y'all. Hit the cash out, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. There y'all go. We need the support. Appreciate y'all. Keep
There's
standing.
a lot of folks want to hit you right now. Women, they looking at.
I do.
I have a question about the book because
Hold on. Let me ask you this, Dr. Joe. Have you read the book?
Okay.
I appreciate your support, Resident Joe.
Overall,
when you read the book, what was your take on it?
But that's what I'm saying. Since it's a good book, it has good content. I have a question for you.
Speak about that good content. I appreciate that. I appreciate your transparency. I'm glad that you like the book or whatever the case may be, because oftentimes whenever I do interviews, women will attack me just off the name of the book. They'll just attack, and you never even open the page.
I think you
but
have
I appreciate
to be
you. Go ahead. Yeah, whatever question do you have? Go ahead. What question do you have?
My question is, when people write songs, when people write books, there's something inspires them to write this stuff. Did any of your exes inspire you to write the book, the womb management book?
Or experience?
Any experiences, right?
My experiences is what challenged me to write the book. That's pretty much been my life. That's my journey. That's been my life as a single man. So just reflecting back on my life as a whole, it's just something that's real, natural, and authentic to me. So I use my life experiences to actually write that book from that perspective.
Okay, so there was nothing specific. There was no woman specific. It was life experience in general.
Life experiences. I put a lot of my life experiences all in that book, all different type of life experiences and encounters.
So let me ask you another question. I'm sorry for so many questions, but as an author,
go
ahead. Reader.
Well, no. I listen. I solicit the questions. Whenever you have a question, you can always come to me. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
a lot of people try to duck and dodge all these different types of questions, but I don't mind that, because the reason is that there's someone out here watching this right now, and that someone is being touched by this particular broadcast. And listen, I can sleep better at night knowing that I did something to help. If each one could teach one, we could reach one. Go ahead.
Now, since you put there that having tattoos, having piercings, birth control pills, what else? Sexting decreases the chances of getting married. Did you experience this woman that had piercings, tattoos?
Everything in my book, all the chapters are my experiences. Everything in that book, I want to make it clear. Everything in that book, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, this is all my experiences, is what I'm telling you. So the stuff that I'm telling you is a collection of all my different experiences that I've had.
Gotcha. So the reason,
hold on, really quick. I appreciate you. Just want to come to Tula real quick. Make sure, Tula, you have any questions.
She was asking a question. Why you add Tula?
No, because Tula had her face balled up, but I realized it wasn't a face balled up. It was the fact that some glasses look hideous. But we'll come back. Oh, it's Tula. You know she flicking.
She's fixing her glasses. Don't do that.
Oh, Tula, you was out the chain.
But so the reason why there's no marriage was the woman's fault, and you had nothing to do with it. Do you write about that in that book? About what you as a person put into the relationship as well, and why it didn't work? Because I didn't see that in the book, but I'm wondering if there's a part 2.
What is the question?
The reason why this woman that you dated or experienced did not get to the point of getting married with you, was it all their fault, or did you have something to do with that? And are we seeing part 2 where the man also has something to work on in order for two people to come together?
Just specific. I'm a little slow. So what is the actual question? I'm hearing what you're saying, but I'm trying to find out what is the question.
My question is, in that book, I see specific...
No, hold on. Let's slow it down. The question start with what, when, where, who, why, did. Okay. What is the question?
Okay. Did you have something to do with not marrying this woman?
Did I have something to do with not marrying this woman?
These.
I don't know what woman you're talking about.
The one that you said you experience. One of us. Not crazy. You
Okay. Hold on. Let's slow down. Because the whole thing is that what we want to do is my goal is to prevent confusion. Oftentimes, y'all got to realize when people are talking, just because you ask something, you say something, that don't mean I understand what it is you're saying. So it's best to always slow things down. Because the thing we want to do is when you ask a question, I want to be able to answer your question effectively.
So how did the listener know
what she's saying? I want to make sure.
Okay.
So you're no longer referring to my book.
Yes, I am.
Womb management. You're talking about a personal experience outside of womb management. Is that what you're asking me about now?
No, I'm asking.
You're not focusing.
Goodness.
You said don't.
Hold on.
Hello, you're not a good listener.
I'm a great listener.
Terrible. You are a terrible listener. You're terrible. You're gonna focus. You don't know what.
And that might be true. So when you talk to me, you got to slow it down.
But no, you the one said everyone in that story. Your story with your
her question that she just asked me. She said, "Did the woman I want to marry
the women that you're with, were you accountable? Did you have anything to do with it versus them?"
That's not the question that she asked me, but I understand your question, Tony. I understand your question. I understand the question you just asked me. I would say, like I've always said,
a little nicer.
Listen. So now that Tony helped explain the question better, I would say that I answer that question all the time, and that is 99.9% of my relationships have failed. I've been the cause of them. 99.9% of my relationship has failed, and that's why I'm a life coach and I'm a success, and I can teach you how to be successful in your marriage, in your relationship.
Doing the opposite way.
There it is. I just got to do the opposite of what I've been doing.
So I
would say I've been the failure in all of them. That's what I would tell you.
So if you were a failure in all of them, how do you know it was because these actions this woman did that caused them not to be married with you? If you were the 99% reason why the failure of the relationship.
I heard what you said, but I don't understand your question. Tony, could you help us explain it?
Let me rephrase her question. Hold
on, too. Let me put you on the big screen. All right, help her phrase her question.
Why didn't you write a book in a man's point of view on how to not lose a woman? Since that's your experience.
Okay. Thank you. Now I understand your question. I appreciate you, Tula, for help clearing that up. When she asked the question, it kind of blurry and fuzzy, but when you clear it up for me, I can answer that question. I understand that question. So here's the thing, Tula. When I sat down to write a book, me being an author, this is actually the first book that I wrote. There's a lot of different subjects and a lot of different approaches and a lot of different subject matter that I could have written on that book. So the reason why I did not write on the topic that you just suggested, Tuli, is because this is the topic that was most near and dear to me that I want to start as my first novel.
Okay.
Stop.
I have another question.
And in 3 chapters.
Because you still not like I'm still not understanding, because again, I read the book, right? So what I'm trying to understand is if the reason of the failure was you 99%, but you're teaching women how to get married,
right?
How do you know the cause of the not reaching the marriage if it was your fault, but you're telling women what not to do? When it was your fault, then you should be telling men what not to do, not women.
Exactly.
All right. Now, what you just said, it sounded like you were making a statement. Was you making a statement or that was a question?
It was maybe a rhetorical question.
Hi, mama. Put your mama on this show because I gotta talk to her. She left out. She did not do a good job.
It just where I come from. When people ask questions, it starts with who, what, when, where, why, how, did, are. Those are the eight words. Whenever you ask the question, those are only 8 words the sentence has to start with. If your question don't start with any of those 8 words, then I don't know what the question is. So it's not she's making a statement.
That's American teaching, but we're smart enough to understand what people are trying to say. You're avoiding it. I'm not with the American who, what, where, and why. I am saying is that if this book is
no, don't even make the comment. I mean, if you have a question, specifically say what is your question?
What was the cause of this to write this book if it was your fault for the reason of not getting married?
Okay. Now I understand that question. So what was the cause is I am a consumer of a particular product, and that product is women. So being that I'm a consumer of this product, I know what it is, the things that a man who is a consumer of that product, what it is they desire, and things that can actually position you in a better position. What I notice is that oftentimes women don't really think about marriage until they get in their 30s. When a woman is a teenager, she don't think about marriage due to society. When a woman's in her 20s, they don't really think about marriage. When a woman, they think about, let me get my education, let me go and do what I need to do to get my career. So they'll spend all their time, their teenager, focusing on their education, getting their career. In their 20s, they focusing on their education, getting their career. When they get in their 30s, light bulbs come and say, hold on, I need to focus on marriage. So what I do is I bring the whole forefront back. It's actually a book of empowerment. Women, we actually need you. As the black man, we actually need the black woman. So what I'm saying is that, hey, why don't we all focus and put in our time from a young age on how we can develop and position ourselves to be that husband, to be that wife in a successful marriage?
That's what I'm saying. Is there a part 2 since the be a better husband is not mentioned?
Hold on. Okay, so I want to make certain. Is your next question, you said, is there a part 2? Is that what you asked me?
Yeah, and that's not who, what, where, and why.
Hold on. No. I'm just saying. So if your question is there a part 2? The answer is no. This is the first book that I've written. I don't have a part 2 to that book. No, I don't.
Okay. You got somebody say they married their wife when she was a teenager.
There you go.
So my parents got married when they were teenagers.
But you know what? Some what you're saying, like information in the book, I hear you source your information about what you were saying. But then I think for me personally, with it dealt with the family structure, but it came back to the woman that never gave the man information. Mm-hmm. To me, if I was going to write and call it wound management personally, I would make it more or less keep aligning to, reasons of why. But to me, to get a woman to buy it, that wouldn't be kind of striking her right off. Wound management, like, oh, I need to learn how to manage my wound, grab the book. Maybe one might be interested in a book about the family structure. Some, you know what I'm saying, or historical.
So let me ask you this. I think that's a good suggestion. Will you consider writing a book about the family structure?
No, probably not.
Okay. What about you, Dr. Joe? All the suggestions that you have, would you consider writing a book of your suggestion and putting those into a book?
I feel like when I get married and I experience the whole thing and I figure it out, I will write a book.
Better.
That's great. That's great. So what I want to do is, I think all of y'all, since I'm the only one who's an author on this platform now currently, I would encourage everyone. I think y'all have some really great ideas, and y'all should consider being an author as well. So I implore you and urge you to take those topics and write about it.
Listen, I already do it. Listen, I do it. Listen, I do audio books. So I do audio books all the time. I've been doing it for years.
That's right.
That's right. And I listen to them all the time. And you know what's helping me get there?
So here's what I'll tell y'all. I will tell y'all that I have, the book has been selling, and I have received emails and literature and letters of people who actually read the book, and a lot of them come from younger girls in their teenage age, and a lot of them have wrote a lot of different letters. I would like to share some of those letters with you or whatever, but overall, paraphrasing, ultimately, they're just saying how impactful it was.
You said Paris too, so you got 2 letters. So you wrote yourself 3 times, and one of them still in the mail waiting to get to you.
No, sir. Several. I have several letters, and I made several sales. So I look at the bad and the good. As an author, I take the negative criticism as well as the good positive criticism as well. So that's what I do. That's what I encourage people to do. You know what I mean? So just definitely, I appreciate those questions, Dr. Joe. Resident Joe. Tula, what you got for us?
Quit talking so much, Joker. Listen, it ain't about criticism. It's about, a lot of stuff is experience. A lot of times when people do certain things, either they're expert in the area, you know, or they have that experience for it. True to the power that, you know, a woman doing for herself, I wouldn't focus her just toward the marriage end, but me, I'll focus her more toward the fact of, you know, getting back to her proper state, her proper place. Because then you even look at you writing it, they'll say, okay, that's.
Can I share a letter with you?
Yeah, you can. I'm gonna share something with you right quick. You're trying to tell a woman how to be married, and you're not married.
Can I share a letter with you?
Share a letter.
Can I share some fan mail from you?
Why are you
It don't make a
interrupting?
difference about your fan mail. You're telling people something that you hadn't done.
Have you read the book?
I'm looking at the author. The author
Have you read the book? Again,
it's
it's like people criticizing the book and they never read it.
It's about, no, it's not about crib, but you're telling women in order to increase your chance to get married, order for how, if you would know how the opposite sex need to do, how would you know how you need to do?
Correct.
Because this is something, you ain't the only person. It's people out here doing a whole lot of relationship travel. People, it blows my mind that people listen. Hey, this is how backward society is. Just like really, the criticism for like the tattoos, the body piercing, that's really appealing to people today.
Right.
Yes.
So again, you're attacking something. I mean, me personally, I'm not into it, but that's like women aren't doing it because, oh man, shoot, now I can't get married. They're doing it because men like, hey, I like that it's sexy. I like the one on the back, over the butt. I like the one on the top of the tit. They're not putting them on because they find out later I can't get married. They're putting them on because they're pulling the trash and men are coming to them. They're getting men. That's the problem.
So let me comment on that, because what we're talking about, I made it clear, is these are through my personal experiences. So I'm always talking from the mindset of my personal experiences. From my personal experiences, tattoos, what ultimately come down to is this a sign of some sort of hurt, some sort of significant emotional event or trauma that was experienced, and it's actually markings. A lot of them have different meanings. From what I was told, when I would sit down, I would date women, I would ask them, what does this tattoo mean? And they would start sharing with me some of their trauma. So whenever people have tattoos in their face, in their eyes, whatever the case may be, there's some sort of meaning to it. It could be, hey, this person died or whatever. I had a child and I lost my child, and this tattoo is near dear to me, so I put it on my heart. There's a lot of different meanings behind them. And what I've noticed in common from my experience is that the majority of the women, and this is not all, there's never no all solution, but from my experience, the majority of the women who do have tattoos have experienced some sort of significant emotional event, and they use that as a way to comfort them, reflect on it, overcome what it is. That's all it is from my experience.
Can I say something respectfully, Love Doctor? Respectfully.
Please, yes.
Why do you think that at that moment of your life you were attracting women with trauma? Because not every woman had tattoos.
Hold on, stop right there. Stop right there. When you ask a question, you always want to stop and allow the person to answer it. So can I answer that question? Can I answer that question you just said?
Go ahead, sir.
All right.
She said,
ask the question and stop. Don't keep answering it.
Answer the question.
So, that's a collection of all over my whole entire life until now. My whole life, I've always been single. So I have attracted all different types of women. So what I'm including is, don't take that as that's the only type of woman who I've attracted. What that is that's me sharing all different experiences throughout all stages and phases of my life. So that is not the only type of woman who I've attracted. I've attracted all types of women with tattoos and without tattoos.
So were there good women as well that you also attracted?
So I want to make sure I want to make sure I understand. What I just said is that I've attracted all types of women from all types of lifestyle with and without tattoos. So all different types is what I've attracted.
So what caused you not to marry this good woman?
Right.
So a lot of different types of women, or a lot of different types of stages in my life. I think the way I want to word your question is that why am I not married right now? Is that ultimately the question that you're asking me? So then what is the question that you're asking me?
Why did you not marry those good women if the
Stop,
reason why
stop. All right. Ask the question and stop. You got a way of asking question and continue. You got to ask the question and stop. So why did I not marry those women? All right, so not all the women that I dated were good women.
I understand that.
So your question gives the presumption. It gives the presumption that every single woman I dated was a good woman. Because you said, why didn't I date all those? Why didn't I marry all those good women? I didn't marry them. The reality of it is that I didn't want to marry them. I did not want to marry them. I didn't want to spend my life with them, so I didn't marry them.
Then there's also wound management for men, because you have good woman and you don't want to get married with this good woman. So at what age do you have to realize you want to get married as well for the man?
I think that's an individual basis. Every person is different. One thing that I have noticed through, as I matriculate through the different phases and stages of my life, what I've noticed is that every different stage is a whole nother different set of parameters for men. In general, if a man get married, if he's young, that's going to be totally different if he gets married while he's building, versus be a different type of qualities and different things he's looking for if he's a man who's already established, a little bit older. So it's different. There is no one size fits all question answer to that.
So you just didn't want to get married.
I got to understand it. Also, what is the negative part about the tattoos on a woman?
So I would say the negative aspect of it on a woman is ultimately it resembles some sort of trauma. From my experience, all the women who I met that have tattoos, and I asked them about their tattoos, it always tied back to some sort of significant emotional event. If it was a traumatic event, it was some sort of significant emotional event that they end up doing and they end up getting it. And the majority, not all, but the majority of the women will always tell me, say, hey, you know what? Now that I'm older, I wish I never would have got it.
What about piercings? What's wrong with piercings? Because we know it's wrong because we can't do it. But what's wrong out there in the world with piercings?
So I would tell you this right here is I wouldn't even use the word wrong or right, because it's all based on moral principles and different people's belief. One thing that I can say is simple. Things that increases your odds of being married versus things that decreases your odds of being married. If you're a woman and you would like to increase your chance of getting married, here's a list of things to do. If you're a woman and you want to decrease your chance of getting married, here's a list of things you can do. Same thing as I would tell a child at being successful. If you want to be successful, here's a list of things you can do to increase your chance of being successful. Here's a list of things you can do to decrease your chance of being successful. That's all I'm saying. It's just a suggestion from my own personal experience.
But with as far as the tattoos, sometimes not all tattoos, I don't think, come from traumatic experience.
Not at all.
It's Paul, right here.
A flower.
Who mentioned it?
I mean, different reasons, but I don't know how you put that with, it's traumatic. It's a traumatic experience.
All right. So let me tell you the story about the flower tattoo, because I've dated a girl who had a flower, dated several girls with flower tattoos. Basically what ended up happening is that, a long story short, is they were encountering something in life where they needed to feel happy, they wanted to feel powerful, they wanted to feel overcome, like they could grow through anything. So it was more so them growing. That's just what it was. Every girl is different. Every girl is different.
Well, stop dating those strippers.
I done dated a stripper before. Exactly. That's facts. I done did that too. I done dated a stripper.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Let me tell you.
When she
Listen,
had your time, you
let me
paying
tell you something, boy.
$10.
That's off for a dollar bill. Yes, sir.
With you, man. 3 seconds. I tell your problem, man. Them strippers, Dwayne, they'll break you, brother. You can't write a book off strippers. You traumatized up here. Them strippers got you traumatized, man. It's not for wifing. You got to get and go, bro. Go.
Listen, man.
Only way you learn.
Only way you learn. Hey, let me tell you something. My quote for the night. I want everybody to know my quote for the night. The only way you learn is you got to learn. That's it.
That's right, man.
The only way to learn is you got to learn.
Tell me that's not a check, Tony, because please, I do not.
Everybody, man.
You're the author of this book, so your answers tell a lot. Like, that's why I was asking these questions, because it's interesting. I don't think piercings has anything to do with decreasing the chance of marriage.
Give me one moment. My battery on my laptop is about to die, so I got to go and get my battery charger really quick. Y'all continue.
But
Yeah, we gonna continue.
What he was trying to say, what needs to be done is you got to have experience on a lot of things. A lot of times people write about things, you need more experience about them.
Oh, yeah,
like a 21-year-old kid writing a book on life. I want to read it. You hadn't lived it.
Right.
When you're trying to get the attention of, and you're trying to draw people, you're trying to teach them, then you need to have the experience. A lot of times people don't have it, but they'll try to do it. Not just saying him, just saying in general. Or a lot of times, like he talking about, like he was speaking about people, women being hurt, women having tattoos. Men are hurt. They put tattoo. They do body piercings too.
What is that?
And because a person did it, don't mean a person hadn't changed. It's like, okay, if I got a tattoo, and later on in life, I'm a two, and I, got on that stage. Sometimes people got tattooed there with their friends. Their friends said, "Let's get a tattoo," so they got one.
Yes.
Not everybody was injured and hurt. I know you said there are some people who you'll see do like the whole body piercing. But before the tattoos, people just found something else they want to do. It's an outlet for some people.
It's expressive.
Yeah. That's I mean,
but,
it is.
But Tony, what about the psychopaths, the ones that we've dealt with? They're the most normal looking people. They have no tattoos, no piercings, and they think so straightforward. You would think these are great people. So you can't go and judge them by the way you look at someone.
President Joe, time out. Smitty, do you have any tattoos?
What?
Do you have any tattoos? She just describes you. And Smitty like, oh no, ooh, stop.
No, but like they're serious. You think that these people are like well put, so serious. When you talk to them, it's wow. Like these people sound like scientists, and they're psychopaths. And I'm just saying, like, how you look, how you act has nothing to do with who you are. You never know who you're dealing with.
And that's true. And that's why I wrote chapter 3. Everything you said is spot on. I agree with it. And I think the most powerful chapter of my book is the conclusion, which is chapter 3, where it talks about therapy. Get to know yourself, family first, facing your bad habits, communicate with seasoned, experienced women. Because the reality of the matter is, what I've learned through the dating process is no matter what your background is, no matter what your past is, there is a way to overcome your past and become a better person. Because what Tony said is spot on. You have the ability to change. I have the ability to change and develop and grow as a person and grow from my mistakes in the past. And why can't anyone else? You should not be held accountable. And this is a way of doing it. And I put stress on chapter 3. Therapy is real big. So I definitely want to send a shout out to those therapists out there in the world, making the world a better place. Appreciate y'all.
Let's say you love them.
Just tell her, just expose yourself and just say it.
No, don't do that.
Oh yeah,
That last time he slid off that chair.
take her back.
Run, Forrest, run.
Yeah.
You heard it here first now.
Yeah.
Well, nobody ain't told you. I told you.
The man talking about exposing himself. Don't let she got a heat flash. The heat flashing back again.
No, Tony, what? I believe.
I can't do the old. I got the glass. I can't do the heat flashes too.
No, it's just hot down here.
That should go. And then to put that cord in there and cut the air on. But you know, people in general are hurt.
Yeah.
I think now when people, I know you wrote that now a little bit, but I mean it's information that people can read and gather. And like anything, you gather what you can get from it.
Mm-hmm.
What you can't use, you can't use.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a book to me other than the writings, sacred writings. I take like word for word, page for page, because it's always something you'll agree or disagree with.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I think what happened now, knowing that everybody has trauma, is no one that doesn't have any trauma.
That's right.
People create trauma because for the fact that too many people have it, they don't have it, so they'll associate something in their life to make this say, you know what, I had a traumatic event that happened. So I don't think it's anybody that doesn't have something that they deal with or have dealt with in their life. I think now the successful way is being able to approach people in a way to where they know they're understood.
Mm-hmm.
I think we live in a world now where we have more critics than we have correctors.
True.
So now if a person comes from a good place and they're trying to actually help, it's because people have been criticized so much, it's hard for them to receive it. What people are looking for now, I think, is a different take. The message is still the same. It's just how do we get the message out to be effective, to where we get the listener to convert to the information.
Mm-hmm.
Management, other life things you try to get people to adjust to or make changes to. It's all about now delivering and people being able to see whether or not you're genuine. A lot of people try things, but they're not genuine. That's why they're ineffective. It has to come from a good place. Even if it's, there are critics, it's people that can say, that came from a good place.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you get real resolve.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
When, because we live in a world now where it's more killing. I mean, if it ain't in South Africa, a building caught on fire, 70-something died and 30-something injured or whatever it was. Just everywhere, trains flipping over, storms, everything killing people, bombings, wars. So people are on edge right now.
That's true.
We're in the worst economy we've ever seen. And at the same time, we're in a bad place just with people spiritually and just emotionally and physically. Because it weighs on you. When your mental gets heavy and burden on you, it'll weigh on you physically and it'll stress you, stress kidneys, stress other things about us. And we're just slowly dying between the water, the pollution. So now we're in a place to where we're trying to come back and look at how do we regroup and gather ourselves. What's the most, and that's for everybody. What is the most important thing for you? People waste a lot of time. If you're not taking time out for yourself to better yourself, then you hurt all of us. That'll even be my saying. That's the truth. If you're not bettering yourself to help yourself, then you're hurting all of us because we're all interdependent. We need one another. You can be your own person, but when you play your role, you help me. When I play my role, I help you. It's bad to live a long time and still be stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because life gives you that experience. That's what I guess, I look at myself now like older people no doubt looked at me as a younger man. Although I said some things were witty, they can look at, you just need the experience to realize where you need to be at. I'm an encourager of this to the members that follow me, other people listening follow me. You need to be in a good place with yourself and your creator. That's the source. From here to here. This is what I look at, from here to here. And I don't let people get in between this. Because I know where I source my strength from. If I let you center here, I can't give you that. And you got to stop giving that to people.
Right.
You look at those you can help and those you can't. Honestly, this life, man. Listen. I don't hate nobody. I don't waste my time. I'm effective with what I'm doing. You'll become so ineffective out here, you don't even realize. You'll be just spinning your wheels. You'll realize, you know what? What have you gained? Where are you at? You're miserable. You're wretched. You're broke. You're just backwards, and you waste time. Life is not about what people thinking. It's the greatest thing if you know how to live it. If you don't, it'll kill you.
That's right. Life will kill you. That's right.
Hey, life is the greatest thing if you know how to live it. Listen, I'm in a good place. I appreciate my creator. Always Yahuwah, the existing one. His son, Yahushua, I had to get that to him. He deserves all of the preeminence. I appreciate it. And I tell people, really sit down and search yourself and see, where are you? It's a question was asked in Barashit with Adam. He was given everything right there at his fingertip. They had to come back and ask him, where are you? And you know he had to say, I hid myself. Are you hiding yourself tonight? Because when he called, you need to be able to answer. I will not tell this man I am hiding myself. I'm through hiding. I don't have to duck. I don't have to crawl. And you shouldn't have to. We human beings. You want to be the best you can be. You want to add something to society and not just be a taker from it. And that's why a lot of people, I'm telling you, everything is measured about what you do. What part, why we broke out of the tribal system. The tribal system held everybody accountable. The chief's wives, the hunters, the gatherers, the planters, the cooks. It held everybody. Everybody had a role. If we were putting a net, you held the end of the net. That was your role. So we broke away from being tribal and we came into society and community. It allowed people to hide and cover themselves and not be real people and be accountable people. I am accountable. I add something to society, not take away. What do you do? Listen, if anybody asks you, do you mind? Mind. Every Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on Two Mics and My Mind. Hey, if nobody else told you they love you, we love you. And our language is called heart. Tula, Love Doctor, Resident Doja, Sherry Boston, take us home.
Yeah.
Give us your quote. Oh, go ahead, Wayne.
My quote is, the only way you can learn is you gotta learn.
That's terrible.
Go ahead, Bossy.
That man need a break, man.
All right. I ain't gonna say that one. That one wrong. That's wrong.
Good.
If it is to be, it's up to me. That's it.
What is it?
If
Ready,
it is
Joe,
to
what
be,
you got, girl?
Wait, I didn't hear Charles Bassett.
If it is to be, it's 2:35.
I'm gonna be inspired by your book, Love Doctor and Tony. The conclusion of the whole matter of your book. Work on your mental, work on yourself, and be a functional human being.
And don't get no tattoos.
Great job, Resident Joe. What you got for us, Mr. Tony?
I already told you, man.
What you got for us, Miss Tooley?
What you say, Tony?
Man, don't be letting that man. Listen, Down syndrome, dyslexic mixed together with them glasses.
Oh my gosh.
The question is, stop at the time like Bill Cosby. The yellow bread pudding pop. So what you got for us tonight?
My original. Okay, original.
Your original.
I
was thinking the same thing.
Okay, let's say. What did he say?
Let's say.
Teach one, teach one. Eat one.
I would never use that.
I don't know. I'm stumped tonight, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I will leave you with this. Oh, I know I can say one. You don't have to floss all your teeth, just the only ones you want to keep. Okay.
Are you
Yeah.
serious? Not even no. That's so extra borrowed out of a dinner office on a wall. Are you serious? They use that to try to get people to logic. They like, man, flossing. Well, just floss the ones you want to keep. They're like, well, I'm gonna keep all my teeth.
All the time. That's easy. That is
terrible.
I used to tell my patient all the time. It worked. Anyway, now
So
Lady with
lost in the teeth.
Huh?
None of your patients lost teeth.
What?
Dwayne, none of your patients lost teeth.
Yeah.
You just said if they flossed them, they wouldn't lose them.
I didn't say that.
You said floss the ones you want to keep.
Floss all your teeth. You don't have to floss all of them.
Just
Only the ones you want to keep.
So if they floss every tooth and they lost them, what did they mean?
You will keep your teeth. I did not say that.
You shouldn't have told them that. You should have just told them, listen, do what you do if it worked for you. How about that? Do what you do if it worked for you.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
all right.
Hold on, oh, he gave it. Go ahead. What you gonna leave us with?
Your energy is currency. Spend it well, invest it wisely.
Yeah.
That's
right. That's awesome.
Look at
Great job. Great show.
Where you're spending your time and energy at. Be effective. Be somebody he can use. Be somebody you got confidence in yourself, and other people can put confidence. It's bad. People have no confidence in you as a human being. That's bad. Tribal people all believe, hey, listen, we are a community. We work within ourselves. We all sit down and we eat together. We do all these things together. And look at us now. We're so divided and spread and hateful and destructive to each other. That's a terrible place. But each one of us can play our role and make a difference. Don't be a contributor to bad factors. I'll leave him with that too.
Y'all.
Yeah. You got doodle again. Go doodle, Joe.
We're about to take it.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet.
The ultimate power in the universe.
Dr. Joe's Mike's and the mind on the
Crazy dream after.
All right, you do something better. I'll do something better. We'll be better together. Until next week.
We'll do it.
Yeah.